telepon bos dulu kan. Ulur dia nah. Kinrogi bos.
Tempat biasa. Oke, kumpulkan. No.
Ang to sa tito pa dia yang pekola ada iro.
Nungal lah dia tuh mosang.
Iro tepat di.
Sombong amat.
Mas Semto aja nyawa aku kita tapi angka kejadian pura dari kelupai.
Angkat tuh guys ro.
Oh, angkat tuh, angkat tepat di.
A few moments later.
Siaga ya ro, nomor anggota gue ro. Ay, paral lu kana. Angkat ripai nomor na. Sudah ada kamu ngai. Sudah teleponnya. Halo. Pinrak ka jauh ano mo? Ape mo?
Mana minta apa?
Bila kata ni motor oi.
Itu namanya taga. Oh iya, saya nak pulang.
Oh iya. Alhamdulillah, jadi makan tani motor oh. Hah. Namaikin kota, cado, Megi.
Manang kerja, pemilang pakatan yang.
Mela kata ni motor oh.
Apa nang kerja, pemilang pakatan yang kota.
Aing kau kata ni motor oh.
Hai. Dito na nga maita.
Dai na meta cinampa ki.
Krepe.
Yo. Makan jamu je ni apa mu eh?
Bom anja asli kamera ni.
Oh, coba dai bantu kita ini.
Coba ngui.
Coba balik foto kah? Kita kameramu.
Oh, jolo coba.
Gani.
A few moments later.
Lakaris, jangan aku tua.
Aja lah, pusat ruko. No. Ais. Hati-hati turun loh. Kau kenapa? Wih. Kita aja. Bau gini bener.
A few moments later.
Assalamualaikum. Assalamualaikum.
Salam. Cara kejadian
Tara yun yan.
2 juta.
Oh iya Pak, tarik parang juga ada mah duit kasih.
Apa tamu kan? Lupa dikagama di.
Apa yang bisa? Parang ada video ini.
Ele sebagai tu ye.
Mela anu, mega kata di motor. Apa anak pelaku kawan ko tahu ya.
Lalu ni wali 2 juta.
Ye.
Lagi. Juta tu?
Oke. Makasih banyak di.
Oke.
A few moments later.
Kakak kembali motor oi. Jual motor bekas.
Ayo bos.
Mau motor?
Kalau agak bos.
Motor anu ini ada 2 juta. 2 juta lagi.
Kari 1.000.
Ini ada 2 juta ya.
2 juta ya.
Tapi ya. Dia betul. Perkurungan.
Iya, kalau mau 3 juta.
Baik, coba ada nih. Dapat 2 juta bawa doi.
Oh iya.
A few moments later. A few moments later.
Safe and well watching back home. We keep our fingers crossed that we can bring you the brilliant season to its climax in Portugal at the end of this year, and fingers crossed we can have something similar or maybe even better in 2021 as well. But this place pretty quiet as it is, but without fans, extra quiet when bikes are not out on circuit here in Aragon. That's the man-made lake just next to the circuit here on arrival from Alcañiz or various other villages that you can stay in around here. Not too many hotels around the Aragon region.
No, and after a very cold and windy start here on Friday, conditions nigh on perfect for the 23-lap MotoGP race coming up. Certainly the hottest conditions we've experienced of the weekend so far, and very little breeze around. So yeah, looking forward to this one. Coming up should be a real strong battle with a Yamaha 1-2 on the grid. Quattararo, Vinales, Cal Crutchlow in third. Long time since we've seen him on the front row. Honda looking strong all weekend with Taka Nakagami heading this morning's 20-minute warm-up session on the Idemitsu Honda machine.
Just to give you an idea of how barren it is around this part of northeastern Spain, Alex Briggs, of course, who's twiddling his thumbs a bit, the mechanic of Valentino Rossi, who's currently at home watching this one, having tested positive for coronavirus. A good golf player, loves his golf game in general. He's been checking. There's not a golf course within 120 kilometres of this Aragon circuit, so he might have a long drive tomorrow if he wants to go and swing a few clubs. We're getting closer then to action here in MotoGP. The broadcast starting shortly. Don't go anywhere. The main event, who's twiddling his thumbs a bit, the mechanic of Valentino Rossi, who's currently at home watching this one, having tested positive for coronavirus. A good golf player, loves his golf game in general. He's been checking. There's not a golf course within 120 kilometres of this Aragon circuit, so he might have a long drive tomorrow if he wants to go and swing a few clubs. We're getting closer then to action here in MotoGP. The broadcast starting shortly. Don't go anywhere. The main event, Alex Briggs, of course, who's twiddling his thumbs a bit, the mechanic of Valentino Rossi, who's currently at home watching this one, having tested positive for coronavirus. A good golf player, loves his golf game in general. He's been checking. There's not a golf course within 120 kilometres of this Aragon circuit, so he might have a long drive tomorrow if he wants to go and swing a few clubs. We're getting closer then to action here in MotoGP. The broadcast starting shortly. Don't go anywhere. The main event coming up of northeastern Spain. Alex Briggs, of course, who's twiddling his thumbs a bit, the mechanic of Valentino Rossi, who's currently at home watching this one, having tested positive for coronavirus. A good golf player, loves his golf game in general. He's been checking. There's not a golf course within 120 kilometres of this Aragon circuit, so he might have a long drive tomorrow if he wants to go and swing a few clubs. We're getting closer then to action here in MotoGP. The broadcast starting shortly. Don't go anywhere. The main event coming up. 22 riders, reduced to 20. Green flags. He's got that bike absolutely flying. Marquez did not get away well. One of the Ducatis is up.
First corner, the new Yamaha whole shot device working a dream. The whole shot then, they've got a brilliant launch off the line with Ducati's whole shot device. Ran a bit wide in the first corner.
Vinales got the start he wanted, the start he dreamed of. But this is now the world champion Marc Marquez, all still there. Heading down now into turn 6.
The soft front tyre will not give you straight.
Ran a bit wide in the first corner. Vinales got the start he wanted, the start he dreamed of. But this is now the world champion Marc Marquez, all still there. Heading down now into turn 6.
The soft front tyre will not give you straight up and down braking stiffly. Is that why Vinales and Rossi have gone for it? It's a gamble, you have to say. Will it pay off?
Quattararo, now Miller has got his eyes set firmly on the world champion. Oh!
Pushing her early to try and make that gap that he wanted to do. He did it in Sepang. He said he's first coming through turn 8, lighting up that rear tyre. Maverick out the seat.
Marquez are on board with 3. Vinales will surely lead.
First corner, the new Yamaha whole shot device working a dream. The whole shot then, they've got a brilliant launch off the line with Ducati's whole shot device. Ran a bit wide in the first corner.
Vinales got the start he wanted, the start he dreamed of. But this is now the world champion Marc Marquez, all still there. Heading down now into turn 6.
The soft front tyre will not give you straight up and down braking stiffly. Is that why Vinales and Rossi have gone for it? It's a gamble, you have to say. Will it pay off?
Quattararo, now Miller has got his eyes set firmly on the world champion.
Oh!
Maverick
Pushing her early to try and make that gap that he wanted to do. He did it in Sepang. He said he's first coming through turn 8, lighting up that rear tyre. Maverick out the seat.
Marc Marquez were on board with 3. Vinales will surely lead at the end of lap 1.
Problem now for Fabio Quattararo because Jack Miller. So Fabio Quattararo's got a bit of a conundrum here because Miller and the Ducati
through. Oh, Fabio Quattararo was wide again there into turn 1 and he's lost another place. That's now 2 Ducati.
As well now in the form of Andrea Dovizioso. This is the moment on board with world champion Marquez. Vinales. Second one was a big scare. Marquez had to roll out of it. Now then Fabio Quattararo trying to use that tyre which has thrown the Ducatis a bit of a curveball. He's never going to though get by.
Want to learn how to start in a MotoGP race. Don't look at Marquez, don't look at Vinales, don't look at Quattararo. Look at Bradley, 5 places. He's 1 behind Rossi into 11th.
Yeah, Rossi check, he's in 10th place now then. Got in the making, he's the first South African ever to appear in the MotoGP category in the modern years ago. South African fans, you have got a new hero to be roaring on in 2020.
Comes Quartararo, he had to get that done, brilliantly done, but he's run it wide and oh.
Can it get any worse for the factory Suzuki team? Alex Rins out through injury after that horrible... Well, that's come to a premature conclusion. He's on the floor at turn 9. Horror show for Suzuki.
Yeah, it's just a weekend to forget for Brivio.
And in this shortened season, 13 races.
Corner! There was another gap and Maverick said, thank you very much. This is brilliant stuff here from Maverick.
Since mid-November last year, Marquez strikes back again on the brakes into the Pedrosa corner on this lap number 3. Marquez and Vinales exchange the lead 3 times.
Normally you'd hear an eruption of noise coming into this section of the circuit, but of course you're just cheering from third. Quartararo already now pulling away from Bagnaia in 5th, and then it's Dovi.
Already running a little bit to our expected form.
The corner speed of the Yamaha.
Yeah, late break is such a demon on the front end. It looked like, to all intents and purposes, already these tricky on the gravel track. One corner further, Alex Espargaro got turn 10 for the Aprilia man, so all
really trying to pull away from Maverick Vinales. He knows he's there. He's got to try and break it up so far. The big question for Ducati and Miller, though, is can they last distance? Phenomenal way of starting 2020.
He's gone! Check on Brad Binder again. This is Morbidelli, Rossi and Petrucci behind him. Moto2 world champion, one of the best.
So hard for him not to make mistakes in his first ever MotoGP race, but this is class so far.
Do you know what? I think the pace is not good enough. If this is Maverick's rhythm early on, I'm going to try and get in response at the moment to Marquez. Mark already, he was lethal in the 3rd sector.
I dared, though, he was out on the outside on the green stuff, and that again a twitch from the rear as well. This is all or nothing for Mark at the moment. This is moment.
Yeah, and he knows as well, if he pushes the pace, ups his rhythm, he's done the fastest lap of the race more. Marquez is thinking all the time, isn't he, about how he can exploit potential braking. Oh, he's gone! He's gone! We lost sight of Marquez.
He stayed on board.
Oh, the rear going into turn 4.
Oh my goodness me, drama here in the opening race. He's trying
air in front of Maverick Vinales. Where on earth has Marc Marquez gone? Off the circuit.
Oh, look at that!
Back to his old tricks. Welcome back to MotoGP, Marc Marquez on the elbow of gravel. Brilliant reactions, brilliant reflexes. Lynn Jarvis can't believe in dirty tyres. He does not care one iota.
Simon, your thoughts on that, please?
Terrifying. There's no room. You know, he is very, very similar to the first turn.
Just too overeager to get away and make the break. I don't know. You can ask me on board.
I don't know. I mean, that can be a career-ending corner there. That's in 16th, and he's now trying to get through the points. He's made another error there. He's struggling.
Erratically of Incher Ducatis. Now then, opportunity knocks for Maverick Vinales to his title contenders and rivals. Alex Rins, not even in the race, injured. And Mark cat-like reflexes of the world champion.
He's not human.
No.
He's not, honestly, he's not
No.
human. I'd see Marc Marquez out. I can tell you, their ears are pricked up in a big, big way.
Now is, how's that soft front tyre going to hold up for Maverick Vinales? It's
I cannot believe what we've witnessed already in this short time. That was stages of this 2020 season. My goodness, here comes Fabio Quartararo. He wants to hold off. Brilliantly done from the Frenchman. Yamaha are 1-2 again. Quartararo.
Line cut to the middle of the track, so Jack Miller couldn't try and blitz by him again with his Superior. He's had about 12 kilometres an hour over Fabio Quartararo. That's worrying for him, he said, going to glove that front tyre. What can you say? Ridiculous, outrageous, he's down. How does he do it? It's just astonishing.
I'll tell you something, already, after a few mistakes, made it up to 14th place, so there's points on offer. You're going to see...
Everybody else responds and pack up again.
Just pack up and let's just call it a day there. He is at the lead. He's pushed so hard to try and get away. Simon.
Guy's the other thing, to compose himself before he hit the gravel, and he controlled it in there as well.
Filthy, dirty tyres as well. There's nothing the guy can't do on 2 wheels.
Well, I mean, we'll be looking at
the saves, but you can put that one right up there.
Do you know the fascinating fact now, Matt? He's not going to be forced into trying to go for the 37s. That's the only thing that's in his advantage now.
Tumbling down the tower.
No. That would be a terrible shame. He was the only... Where has Brad Binder disappeared to? This Maverick Vinales looking for his first victory in MotoGP. Marc Marquez, and he's cutting the gap to those ahead of him as well.
Well, he's the fastest man on the... He's going to be gobbling up Lecuona, Petrucci and Oliveira very, very quickly. And look at this.
The pace has been slowed down to the late 138.
And this is because Maverick's thinking about preserving...
The problem is, Matt, is it brings all these guys into contention. I mean, the likes of Miliband, we're in shot here for a podium. Valentino Rossi's struggling a bit. There's a big gap between...
At the moment, he's been able to keep Andrea Dovizioso at bay for the whole of this race. It's now 8. Maverick totally rolled out of it, hasn't he? Totally rolled out of it. Dovizioso's just set his personal best lap of the race. Ika Lecuona.
Can I just say, if this pace remains at mid-130...
And 6.
I think Marc Marquez, with the pace like this, can still make the podium. The ride of a lifetime. That's what happened at turn 4.
I'm full of that after qualifying, and he was torn between the hard and the soft, but so unusual to see. I mean, if it pays off, you look like a genius. If it doesn't...
Here is Maverick out front. This is not squeaky clean. This is not Sepang. And this here, he's not close enough to make a move. And again on the front there, look at that, he's wide in there. And Fabio Quartararo, has he made the big mistake? He's shaking his head there. He's dropped back to 3rd place. Is there anything...
The front after that mistake by Vinales. Miller in 2nd. Marquez comes 2. They head over the crest down into turn 2.
In MotoGP is Marquez. I mean, he's ridiculous, isn't he? Petrucci.
And look at Quartararo. He's already put a decent bit of daylight between himself and Miller. But Miller through could have been worse, because keeping tabs on that top 3. Bagnaia,
there's nothing wrong with that. He was the fastest rider of the top 6 on that last lap.
Well, and this, every time they touch the throttle, look at this. Vinales forks nearly.
For Maverick, you can see there he's using the back brake and everything just to try and get that bike stopped.
The speed of that KTM has always been there.